9:03, the open, take one, marking.
This is AfroPoP, the ultimate cultural exchange. Tonight on AfroPoP,
we created the series because we felt that there was a need in public media to really showcase the stories about the African diaspora. The diaspora is not monolithic.
We always talk about it being AfroPop, but it's really AfroPop, the ultimate cultural exchange. And that exchange and that understanding other stories and looking into, these little crevices of the world that you never would be exposed to otherwise helps make you more compassionate.
We were able to put together the kind of a range of films demographically, in terms of story, in terms of topics that I like to see for AfroPop. It's a good cross-section of stories.
We go to Denali to see African American mountain climbers. We go to Rwanda. We look at Ntora to see how people are using arts and culture and dance in order to heal. One of my favorites is Blackout, where we see school-age children in Guinea who their families cannot afford electricity. They have to go out to the streets to find whatever available light there is to study. Also, we have a short film from New Orleans that's dealing with Katrina. It's a narrative short. My Father's Land, we're looking at Haitian immigration in the Bahamas. And I can't forget Omo Child, Ethiopia. A really amazing story to see how community can deal with changing times and culture. We're going to different places globally to look at the experiences, the lives, really the multidimensionality of people of African descent, which is just really exciting. You just learn about so many people, cultures, history, social issues.
These stories, in their own way, they're all so layered, and they all have so much to say about them. I mean, there's multiple themes, there's multiple characters, there's multiple stories. I absolutely believe in the power of story to travel somebody and take them places in their mind that they can't go physically. And I think it's so important that we hold those experiences.
We're looking for stories that will expand what it means to be Black in the world. And I think it's difficult at times because a lot of our stories are connected to pain and suffering. But we know that the Black experience is not about pain and suffering, and it's much more than that.
Take one, marking.
Hi, I'm Nikki Bahari, your host for a new season of AfroPop, the ultimate cultural exchange. And you're watching World. I just felt like there were so many heavy stories that talk about people needing and wanting to connect and wanting more from their lives, and we can all relate to that. But at the same time, there's this hope to the heaviness. Whether we're traveling the globe or growing from an experience, the path we choose is unique to each individual. Sometimes it's an uphill battle, and sometimes it's all downhill.
Our host this year is Nikki Bahari. She's really, really nice and has a lot of great energy and has a lot of enthusiasm. She's gorgeous, but whatever, you know that. I love working on AfroPop for a lot of reasons. I really love the crew. I really love working with such a diverse group of people. I work on a lot of sets, and I don't get an opportunity to work with as many people of color. So when I crew up for AfroPop, it's a really great opportunity to create as diverse a space as possible.
It's important to share stories about the diasporic global Black experience because it's so varied. It's really refreshing to have other perspectives and to realize that we're all connected, interconnected, not just actually people of color, but there's a lot of trading of lifestyles and stories within this series that I think affects even more than just people of color.
It's extremely important to have a show like AfroPop on public television because it really gives people a window into communities that they wouldn't know anything about. I love that AfroPop really focuses on the African diaspora, and there's a lot of countries within the African diaspora that a lot of people are never really going to get to see. And so the way that they can learn more about these countries is through watching these documentaries. And it's public television's responsibility to really give people a window into these new worlds.
I think public media has a specific responsibility to diversify because they are actually the ones who can give voice to the voiceless. And because it's not necessarily run in search of money, it's not necessarily a monetized medium, they should give them more reason to just have more programming like AfroPop.
I think when we started AfroPop, we felt that we were filling a need But 9 years later, the need is still not fulfilled, which is why AfroPop is still on the air and is why we continue to grow our audiences. Stories can resonate across the cultural divide, across language barriers. And I think that if people walk away understanding that, then AfroPop, the ultimate cultural exchange, has achieved its goal.